Visit DOGGTV.com for links and information about our show.
The North State Modified Series season has started. Rich Lindgren would be victorious in round 1. The series heads to Lakeport Speedway for round 2 on the schedule. Will the newcomers be able to figure out the tightest track on the schedule? Or will a hometown driver show everyone how it's done? Round 2 of the season starts now.
We're in Lakeport, California at the Lakeport Speedway for the second race of the North State Modified Series 2015 season.
I am Sylvia Ochoa. Calling tonight's race will be Wade Miller and 4-time modified champion Wes Miller. It's 70 degrees. The skies are clear here at the Lakeport Speedway. Let's take a look at the point standings leading into tonight's race.
Pretty much the finishing order of the first race at the All-American Speedway in Roseville. Yeah, the winner of that race, Rich Lindgren, is not here tonight, so you can pretty much guarantee there'll be a new leader after tonight's race.
Let's check out how they finished up qualifying.
Looking at the results, you see 0.8 of a second's difference between the pole winner and the 21st place car. Pretty tight spread for the entire field. Colorado driver Trip Gaylord in that 57 car with a new track record tonight of 12.287 seconds.
If you qualified in the top 6, you earn the right to race in the Dash for Cash.
Darren Knight takes the early lead for this wreck in turn 4. Looks like the 11 of Dave Lindell, 5K Kyle Tellstrom, suffers some pretty significant damage to the front of their cars in a dash. Tough to see that in a trophy dash. Guys want to save their equipment for the main event. Got a lot of work to do. Finishing order for the Dash for Cash has Darren Knight in the 20 car taking first place money of $100. Trip Gaylord following him up with the $50 second place prize.
David Lindell crew working really hard to try and get this car ready for the main event.
Wade Miller is with Trip Gaylord.
Okay, we're here with Trip Gaylord. First time at Lakeport Speedway, fast qualifier, track record. How much better can it start? Can you tell us about that lap?
The guys, we've been working all day really hard. Just really all came together for us. Great lap. It can't ask for a better team. It really comes down to the team. It just all came together. So thanks all Garcia Racing, Luke's Oil Products, STR Chassis, Bilstein Shocks, everyone that's on this crew, even that's not here. It all comes down to them. So thanks to them a bunch.
Okay, you start 10th, 5th row. What's your strategy to get this thing to the front?
Trophy dash, we just saw there was a wreck, unfortunately, and it can happen so quick here. So it's really staying out of the wrecks. It's 75 laps. Just gotta hang out, be patient, and go to the end. Make it last to the end. It's we want the win, but a finish here would be great. So that's all we're really looking for tonight.
Let's go to our track reporter, Sylvia Ochoa.
Every touring series has a unique track on their schedule. For the North State Modified Series, Lakeport Speedway is that track. We asked several drivers their opinions from behind the wheel.
The track is so unique and there's not a whole lot of wiggle room for passing.
Definitely a unique racetrack in the fact that it's round, there's no straightaways, it's pretty flat compared to most tracks you go to.
It is definitely the most unique track I've ever been at.
Lakeport Speedway looks like a very unique track.
I like Lakeport. It's my home track.
It's my first time here.
Second time on a modified.
I'm regular here at Lakeport Speedway.
Gonna go feel it out. Haven't been here yet.
Most guys don't like it here. real tight. Things happen in a hurry.
I went and walked the track earlier. It looks really tight.
Tight, and wall sneaks up on you in a hurry.
Very skinny, not very much room, but it looks racy to me.
You're never all the way on the throttle, you're never all the way off the throttle, and you don't use brakes. It don't make a whole lot of sense in a race car.
But you don't use the brakes like you do at other tracks. It's very rare if you get full throttle.
A lot of G-forces. You're on the headrest. Your left leg's tired.
Gonna go feel it out, see what we can do.
Just to hope we don't tear up a bunch of cars.
We'll see how it goes.
It's a beast. It's definitely a little bull ring.
You know, if you can make it through 60 laps, you're in pretty good shape, and you got a pretty good car.
But it's fun. It's a driver's track. If you can get around this place, you can go anywhere and be competitive.
Visit DOGGTV.com for links and information about our show.
The first race of the 2015 season is in the books. It's time now for race number 2 of the 2015 season of the North State Modified Series.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup.
Starting on the pole for tonight's main event, the 57K car, Eric Johnson. On his outside, the 69 car of Charlie Collins.
In your second row, we have the 5K car of Kyle Tellstrom. On the outside of Kyle, the 20 car of Darren Knight.
Row 3, car number 24, Mike Collins. Starting 6th tonight is the 77, Michael Mitchell.
In the fourth row, inside, you have the 18 car of Cody Braun. Outside of him, the 57 car of Trip Gaylord.
Starting 9th tonight, Bobby Hirschbach in the 16 car. Starting 10th, the 0 car of Mike Sullivan.
In the 11th spot, you have the 7 car of Guy Young. Outside of Guy, the 14 of Mike Nielsen.
Starting 13th tonight, the 58 of Brandon Verde. On the outside, number 43, that green machine, Michael Morrison.
In the 15th spot, we have the number 15 car of Brian Denton. Outside of Brian, the 21 car of Darren Sullivan.
Cameron Austin taking the 17th position tonight. On his outside, 68 car of David Rank.
We have our rookie, the 31 car of Kelsey Martin. In the 20th spot, we have the 02X of Brian Collins.
It's time for tonight's North State Modified Series main event.
Tonight's main event, scheduled for 60 laps. 20 cars will be starting tonight's main event. Yellow flag laps do not count. We have double file restarts in this series. And this is race number 2 of 11 scheduled for 2015. It's time for tonight's main event.
Eric Johnson leads the field to the green flag. The green flag is out.
Charlie Collins in that good-looking 69 car gets a good jump on your pole sitter. Rest of the field running pretty tight there on this small racetrack.
Darren Knight making a move on the outside, trying to keep up with Charlie Collins.
Get an idea just how round this track is looking in this shot.
Somebody up in the marbles there. Oh!
It's kind of dangerous the first lap of a race. Tires are cold. Cars are loose.
I think it was Darren Sullivan in the 21 car up on the wall.
Yeah, tough deal at first lap of the race.
Tough break. We're still green.
5K car. Kyle Tellstrom.
Looks like he checked up there.
Yeah, looks like the guys behind him weren't able to get slowed down in time.
Caution is out.
Kyle either saw it or his spotter told him there was something going on, and the guys behind him weren't able to get slowed down in time.
Let's take a look at the replay. We have Darren Sullivan highlighted on the screen.
Looking at his entry, he's already high. Not sure if he had the cold tires we talked about, but into the wall, climbed the fence. Pretty heavy contact. Not sure, didn't see any contact going in the corner. Just too bad, it's pretty early in the race.
Okay, let's go to the other replay. On the following lap, we have the 5K of Kyle Tellstrom highlighted on the screen.
Looks like Kyle's starting to check up. He's seeing the cars kind of slowing down on the bottom side. Guys behind him aren't seeing what's going on. They're just going along and clip him. He's just kind of along for the ride. He was the first one to see it and get slowed down, but unfortunately the guys behind him did not.
This track is so tight. It just, everything happens so quick. It's hard to react that quickly when somebody checks up like that.
Yeah, it's so hard to pass, and everybody's looking for an opportunity to fill a spot, and just makes it for tough racing when things get clogged up.
Looks like Kyle's car is okay. He'll be back in line, but he's going to have to go to the back of the pack.
Yeah, they have an involvement rule. regardless of whose fault it is in this series. So everybody involved has to go in the back.
Charlie Collins leads the field to the green flag. The green flag is out.
Darren Knight getting a good jump on the high side, getting a lot of momentum up there.
Darren Knight making that outside work well.
Okay, that 69 car, Charlie Collins, stuck to the bottom. The fast qualifier, Chip Gaylord, working his way through the pack, trying to be patient, early part of the race.
Looks like Guy Young's trapped on the outside there a little bit, trying to make it work.
Got that green machine we talked about, that Michael Morrison car looking to get by the 7 car. Again, like you said, the 7 car just hung out to dry out there, got nowhere to go.
Yeah, looks like Guy would like to get to the bottom, there's just nowhere to go. There's Brian Denton, sticks his nose down there too. Guy Young's just stuck out there. Denton makes the pass as they come into turn 1.
Back towards the front. The leader kind of getting away from the pack. Collins getting a little bit of pressure there. Looking like 24 cars trying to get him on the outside.
Brian Collins sticking his wheel on the outside of Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie is really committed to that bottom line. He is not moving off that white line. Field's starting to kind of spread out a little bit. Darren Knight, good little gap between second and third place. Good race here between 69 of Charlie Collins, 24. Guys still side by side. Tough battle. Got a wreck in the back stretch.
Caution is out.
Yeah, the cars there of Hirschbach and Nielsen. Looks like they may have some significant damage very close to that exit on the racetrack that goes into the pits. Kind of fortunate not to hit one of those walls really hard, but it looks like pretty good damage.
Got the 16 car and the 14 car highlighted in the replay here.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell. They're just kind of tight racing there. Runs out of room. Come together off turn 2. Get together to see the cars on the inside. Brian Denton squeezing by on the bottom of the dirt. Everybody doing a good job missing them, going low. See the 14 car there. Mike Nielsen. A lot of damage to the 16 car. Gonna pull it off the track. See if he can get it back out and get some points. Looks like a full moon here tonight over Lakeport Speedway. Kind of a bad omen when it's race night.
Darren Knight leads the field to the green flag. The green flag is out.
Darren Knight gets a good jump again, this time on the bottom.
Mike Collins trying to keep up on the outside there. Falls into line, it looks like. At the 77 car, Michael Mitchell starting to make a showing up in the top 5 there as they go down the back stretch.
Yeah, and Trip Gaylord, Colorado kid, working his way back up from deep in the field.
Looks like Mike Collins put a little pressure on Darren Knight.
Yeah, haven't really seen that tonight so far. Darren's pretty much had his way with the front of the field. First and second, pulling away from third a little bit.
Have a battle further back in the pack. The 7 car of Cameron Austin, the 58 car of Brandon Verde, and Kyle Tellstrom trying to get back in the mix there.
Yeah, Kyle, he's a normal runner in the Lucas Oil Series. Coming up here, this is his home track. Trying to have a good showing here, come back from the back from the earlier incident.
Kyle also was involved in that accident in the Trophy Dash, so they did a good job to get that car back together. It looks like it's pretty competitive. Just had a little bad luck earlier on in the night.
Brian Denton looking for a way around, looking for an opening.
Cody Braun trying that outside down the front stretch on Eric Johnson. Cody Braun makes the pass, it looks like. Just gets by, going down by the flagman. Everything the same up front. Still got Darren Knight and Mike Collins pacing the field.
With this 3-car battle, Charlie Collins in that 69 car, Michael Mitchell, the 77, Trip Gaylord in the 57. Just kind of stuck on each other, waiting for the 69 car to come off the bottom.
Everybody's nose to tail, sizing each other up.
And you got Collins really holding that bottom line. Guys behind him waiting for him to make a mistake, but he's pretty committed to stay down there.
Trip Gaylord taking a look on the outside, see if that can work.
Looks like Trip's had enough of waiting. He wants to get going here. He sees the leaders again getting smaller in front of him.
He falls back in line down the front stretch.
Well, that's so hard to do at a track like this. You're always turning. You always have wheel in it. So anytime you got to go to the outside of somebody, it's just hard to do. They're showing a lot of patience.
Kelsey Martin moving out of the way.
Kelsey doing a good job moving up, getting out of the way of these 3 lead pack cars. Tripp's really having to slow the car down on entry, trying not to run over the guys in front of him, trying to be patient. Looks like the 77 is just as dedicated to the bottom. He's really stalking, waiting on Charlie to see if he's going to move up. Tripp is trying that high line. There's not a lot of grip.
The bunch is getting pretty tight right now. I think everybody's starting to run out of patience.
59 car at Charlie Collins looking like he's losing a little bit of bite off the corner pretty early in the race. The leaders are so far out in front. There's not a lot of time here to mess around. That's leaving the door open in the middle. Makes it real inviting for that guy behind him to try to stick his nose in there, but 77 doing a good job understanding the situation. Yeah, Gaylord's in a tough spot. He had a tough finish at the first race at Roseville, All-American Speedway, so he's got to be really careful here if he wants to try to stay in the points.
You know, time's coming to make a move if you have any chance of catching Darren Knight tonight.
Got the 5K car again, slow on the track, Tellstrom.
Caution is out.
Doesn't look like that car is under power anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle's got to be pretty disappointed again. Again, he's looking for a good finish here in front of a local crowd. But definitely not what he was hoping for.
Darren Knight looked like he had a comfortable lead. Maybe didn't want this caution. He does have a strong car tonight, so maybe not too concerned at this moment.
Darren Knight leads the field to the green flag. The green flag is out.
Again, Darren Knight getting a good jump. Car really gets going on these restarts, takes advantage of that situation.
Oh, little contact there between the 69 and the 24.
Yeah, Charlie looking like he's wanting to make a bid for second place. That Mitchell, 77 car, looking to go on the high side, had enough of following that 69 on the bottom. Old Gaylord in the 57. Looking for an opening. Getting a good run there, plenty of room. 69's getting plenty of room there on the high side.
Michael Mitchell making that outside work right now.
Boy, Charlie's really fighting that car on the low side. So 57, Trips just kind of waiting it out. Charlie really getting loose off the corner there, having to hold the car to the bottom.
Wow, that car is really sideways.
Yeah, it does not like to be held down like that, but Charlie doing a good job of keeping it on the bottom and not getting into the guy on the outside of him. Most of the field single file here. 57 looking for an opportunity here. You see Tripp changing his line, kind of a late entry up high, trying to come off low on the bottom. Do whatever he can to find a way around that 69 car. See him cut to the bottom again.
Your leader getting a pretty good lead on Mike Collins now.
After the best battle on the track here, Charlie really struggling with that car.
Little contact there between Tripp and Charlie.
Looks like Charlie, yeah, he was having to check up a little bit, lost a little corner speed.
Darren Knight, a comfortable lead.
Darren really looking smooth out there out front, no pressure whatsoever.
You see Michael Mitchell starting to close the gap a little bit there on the 24 of Mike Collins. Michael Morrison on the inside of Cameron Austin, a two-way battle here.
Second car looking pretty stable on the outside.
A pretty good little battle they got going on here with that green machine and Cameron Austin. Looks like he's going to make the pass.
Back up towards the front again. Gaylord wearing out the bumper of the 69 car. Wants by. See the track there. That light gray track surface, just not a lot of grip there. So not much your guy can do when he gets in that stuff.
Oh, leader gets into a lap car going into turn one.
Yeah, Darren Knight really still looks like he's pushing pretty hard, even though he's got a comfortable lead.
Tripp taking a look on the bottom, going into three. Lap car is going to make it three wide.
Yeah, Tripp trying to use that 21 as a pick to hold up the 69 car. Didn't work out. Really putting a lot of pressure on Charlie. That 69's got a lot of motor. Having a hard time getting it down.
Laps are winding down here. Tripp's really trying to find a way around it before Darren Knight checks out on this field.
Yep, little contact there. Looks like Charlie got a little loose in. Tripp a little contact on the entry. Able to get side by side with Charlie. Leader back in traffic, making his way through. Charlie really fighting hard on the outside. His car seems to like the high side better. It's not quite so loose. Able to roll on the high side. Tripp just not having the room on the exit of the corner with Charlie on the outside of him. He can't let the car drift up, so makes the chassis or the car feels like it's bound up when you're driving it.
Your leader passing the 21 car. Comfortable lead.
Charlie doing everything he can to hold on to that position, not wanting to let it go. Tripp doing a good job of staying off of him. Boy, 69 really loose.
Quite a battle between these two. Charlie's got some really good car control because that car is really loose.
Contact off the corner. Tripp able to make the pass finally. This race is winding down.
Down to the final laps of the race. Darren Knight still lapping cars, a comfortable lead still.
Got the dually number 7s here, Guy Young on the outside, Cameron Austin on the inside.
Like Cameron makes that pass coming out of the backstretch. No two cars together in the backstretch.
That's your 4th place car, Trip Gaylord. Just had that long battle with the 69 car, ends up almost on his lid.
White flag's out.
So contact with the 31 car, your rookie this year, Kelsey Martin.
The winner, Darren Knight, takes a checkered flag.
Yeah, Darren really dominated tonight's race. Never really had a challenge. That 69 car, Charlie Collins, sideways all the way through the finish of the race.
Your winner, Darren Knight. Great job by that team tonight.
Darren Knight dominating tonight's race here at Lakeport Speedway.
Okay, let's take a look at the replay. In the highlighted area, we have Trip Gaylord on the bottom and Kelsey Martin out on the outside.
That Trip trying to fit it through in the tight area there on the bottom underneath Kelsey. They get together. These open wheel cars, you start jumping tires, end up upside down sometimes. Trip very fortunate not to end up on his lid. But kind of rough finish to a hard night for Trip. Fellow racers giving him a little bit of a congratulatory high five there.
Darren Knight celebrating with the fist in the air. We will talk with Darren Knight, but first let's take a look at how they finished. Visit DOGGTV.com for links and information about our show.
Taking a look at tonight's finishing order, 4 out of the top 6 North State Modified Series regulars. Got a couple of locals here intermixed in that group. Looking at the second half of the field, got some drivers that had some tough luck tonight. You see the rookie contender, Kelsey Martin, ended up 15th place position. She had that tangle in the end of the race, her in the 57 car. Taking a look at tonight's point standings after the second race this season. Looks like we have a new points leader after tonight's race. Michael Mitchell in that 77 car with back-to-back third-place finishes.
Wes Miller caught up with tonight's winner, Darren Knight, in victory lane.
Okay, we're here with Darren Knight. Good race tonight here at Lakeport Speedway. Great night. You dominated the race out front pretty much the whole race. How did it feel?
It was really good. We fought the car most of the day with it, just the track being hot and slick and way too much stagger. Kind of watched everybody else, figured out what was wrong, went in, changed tires. After that, the car was amazing. I can't thank my guys enough, my grandparents, my whole family. I mean, this is a family event. I bring my whole family to this, and I just can't be happier to win in my hometown.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this North State Modified Series got some good drivers, good cars. Hard tracks. This is a unique track. There's only a few that I can think of in the state that are like it. And so to win here, you're saying something. So good job tonight.
Thank you very much, Wes.
Got things to do.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Trip, car looked pretty good out there. How'd the lap feel?
I can't even take you serious.
Well, that concludes the second race of the 2015 season for the North State Modified Series.
Yeah, the series is going to go from the smallest track of the season to the largest track of the season.
The next race on the schedule, we head up to Eureka, California at the Redwood Acres Raceway.